was an evangelistic effort. Right from the start, there was intense spiritual warfare. For a start, the weather became extremely bad. In fact, we had the heaviest rains on record for more than 35 years. Roads were flooded, and devastation and destruction in the Nilgiris was intense. Houses were brought down, deaths occurred, and in the middle of this, we had to start practices. However, our caste bravely came through storm, waded through water, knee-high, even hip-high, to come for the practices through that week. And though schools were closed, we decided that we should go ahead with the performances.
It was a great, amazing time that we had. One of the things our brother Simplicius impressed upon us is we need to back up this drama with spiritual warfare and prayer and praise and worship. On Sunday evening, first time when we started the practice, we never knew what could be the damage ahead of us. Some of our participants for practice, they reached home in the hip level water. Some houses were flooded when they reached home. And next day morning when we heard the places they walked through, it was really dangerous. How God saved them through that, the flood of water is amazing. Then by next 3 days as we began to practice, there was no electricity. With our UPS systems and temporary lighting, we went ahead with practice. By Thursday, we were wondering whether we should host this drama or not, because so much of time and energy and finance is going to be invested on this. Whether people will be able to come. The entire Conoor was cut off. Even from the main roads and from the villages, the small roads were also cut off. But in faith, we prayed and we carried on, we prepared for the event. All our banners that we have hung in the city, they all are blown off. All the handbills were printed, but we couldn't give. And our main targets were school students. That week, all the schools were indefinitely closed. So all our potential crowd, audience were not there. But even then, we said it's God's appointed time, we should go ahead with that. So Thursday, we decided to have our rehearsal. But then we needed electricity. In the town, electricity was restored in some places, but it was erratic. And also the load, our normal system will not be able to take. But if we had a generator in our entire district, generator with that capacity is not available. And also it was going to cost us. And roads were cut off. But somehow we managed to get, it was a miracle to get a generator from one of our towns from the plains. And we needed money. And it was not pre-planned, so all of a sudden I had to announce to the church, within 48 hours, the entire amount of 60 to 70,000 rupees was pledged by our own members. So with great faith, we moved and we did see great wonders during this drama. And actually we had planned only 3 shows, and we were wondering whether even there will be people to attend these 3 shows. But in fact, the play response was so much. A hall which can only accommodate 250 people, it was filled and overflowing. And instead of 3 shows, we had to have one more additional show. And we had more than 1,000 people attending the drama and blessed. And also I want to tell one more aspect of this drama that is to do with spiritual warfare. One of the scene where the construction workers, they talk to each other, and one construction worker leads another to the Lord. And just before making the sinner's prayer, for 3 shows consecutively we noticed that one of the angels will faint just before the sinner's prayer. So it happened consecutively for 3 shows. So 4th show we recognized that even, and before that one team of people stood in the side hall and we interceded and we prayed. And we said, Lord, in this last show, no angels should faint and nobody should be injured. And last show, we backed with prayer and no angels, nobody fainted, and we had a good show. And we are amazed how this drama could be a great tool to reach out to the world.